This is sort of an X or a cross type choke because my hands are going to make this X kind of position. Teaching in the mount first, and we'll show you some other ways that you can apply it. The first way I'm going to teach is you're going to reach in, palm up, and I want to reach as deep in as I can. And then I'm going to take the other hand palm up. And if you touch your thumbs behind his neck, now you know that you're deep enough. So you get two really deep grabs. Then what you're doing is you're going to take your hands and just basically go like that. And it's going to cut the oxygen off by squeezing the sides of his neck. So you're in really deep and you just cut it off and pull. Now obviously I wouldn't be sitting up way up top like here. As you get this position, you're going to be down into it and then you squeeze as you're down on him like that, and you notice he starts tapping really fast. Okay, so anytime you're down here, you don't want to be up here where you could throw me off. I want to be down tight, have my weight into it here. There he's unconscious. Okay, or he's tapping out if you're in competition. Now, a variation. Put your hand in there. This hand, instead of palm up, you can also reach palm down. Put your thumb in the uniform, and you can still get that strangulation. And again, you can be down here and make him tap as you're doing this down below. Okay? It will also work both thumbs down. You can still get both thumbs down and get it. So it really doesn't matter your hand configuration. Any of the variations will work and put the pressure on the side of the neck and put him out. Okay, so practice all three, see what you like. And sometimes it's just what you can get. Okay? Now let's look at it from the mount, or from the guard. We did it from the mount. This choke also works really well when you can get the guy in the guard. Okay? Sometimes it's easier to get deep because you don't have the floor in the way. So you notice how far this hand gets in there. They get really deep, and then it takes very little to lock that on. So you get this, you hug him close, and he's out. Get this hand overhand, still get it. Both hands overhand, still get it. Doesn't really matter. Just get quick at grabbing those collars and getting your hands up there. Okay, so that's the key, is getting it up there, pulling him tight, locking it in. Okay, so now let's look at it standing up. Okay. Standing, it works just the same. We come through here, we grab, getting deep, come in. Sometimes standing, I like the down version a little bit better. Sometimes I can get that a little bit better standing. Okay, so we didn't know what he's doing. He's maybe choking us one-handed. Remember I said person chokes you ineffectively, choke him better. Okay, it's a situation where it might be warranted. So, but any of these, you can get in there, lock it in. So it works from any of those positions, and in a minute we'll show you how it can work with some other clothing as well. You don't have to be wearing martial art uniform for all of these. So that's the cross or X type choke. I want to show how the X choke can work with a t-shirt as well. And what you might find when you're doing these with your training partners is sometimes the t-shirts are worse than our uniform because they bite in and cut some. But we get this grab. What we want to do is we just want to make sure we get a good bunch of the shirt so it doesn't rip. So I got a good bunch right here. And this, I've really got a good grip on it. And then we squeeze and we get that choke. Okay, so it works just the same as it did with the uniform. It's just we want to get a really good bunch of shirt. And I just grabbed it like that, get a really bunch, pull it tight, and squeeze him and X until he taps and you get the choke. Now, we didn't show you earlier, but this is one of the ones that you can actually work from his guard too. So say we went down on the ground and he was lucky enough to get me in the guard. I'm going to dig in here. There, I got a good bunch with it. Get a good bunch here. Put him out. Okay. So you notice all I did is I did the double overhand grab. Grabbing here, pulling tight. Grabbing here, pulling tight. And you can get that choke. And when you're doing it for real, you're down here on top of the guy really close. His chin's in the way, I'll get it out of the way with that arm. Get it in there, get him tapping. Okay? So that's another way that this will work. You know, if you're lucky enough to get, you know, if you go down and you put him in your guard, okay, still, if we reach in here, we grab, pull it down, we got that. You know, another variation, I reach hand, I get this in here, maybe I get some of his shirt here, pull it around there. So still, it's sort of an X, but I started with his shirt over here, and as I pulled it tight, I just wrapped it around there, and I used his shirt, and that's getting really tight on him because his own shirt is doing it. So I didn't have to grab this way, I could do that wrap. So there's a couple different ways to do that X-type configuration choke when you're wearing street clothes. And even a t-shirt, these clothing and collar chokes will work.